Hello, what up? It's John, your movie madman, and I'm back. So today is our next Christopher Nolan video today. So I've got my next Christopher Nolan film I'm going to show you. Today we're talking about The Prestige. I got it in 4K and I got it on Blu-ray, so that's very exciting. So The Prestige, eh? What is The Prestige? I hear you say. The Prestige is a film about magicians, starring Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale. They both play magicians who start off as doing their own magician double act together, and then after an incident that we won't speak about because you have to watch it, they part ways and become rivals, versus each other. So then it's Hugh Jackman versus Christian Bale, and they're always constantly trying to outsmart each other with their tricks, and they're trying to copy each other's tricks or watch each other's new tricks and do tricks that are similar or do tricks that are better and all that sort of thing. Don't want to go too much into it story wise, mainly because you don't want to ruin a film like this. It's a very special film, is The Prestige. There's a back cover for you there. It's very well shot, obviously, because it's a Christopher Nolan movie. It's very well acted. Michael Caine is in there. Michael Caine kind of acts like the man that's explaining everything to the people that don't really understand what's going on. So Michael Caine's character is very helpful. Scarlett Johansson's in there as well. David Bowie's in there as well. So there's a varied amount of people in this film. I really enjoy this movie. It's based on a book written by Christopher Priest, and then the screenplay was written by Christopher Nolan and his brother Jonathan, not me. And they wrote the screenplay for it, so it's got your Christopher Nolan out of linear context to it. Not too much without spoiling it. Alright, the story is pretty straightforward. It jumps backwards and forwards a little bit, but it more jumps backwards and forwards to explain things that you hadn't seen before. And the actual film itself, it feels like, at least especially the first time you watch it, it feels like the film itself is a magic trick of its own, because you see things and you don't realise you've seen them until later, and you're like, oh yeah, I did see that. So smashing story, smashing film, smashing screenplay. Absolutely smashed it out when it comes to the shooting side of it. It's got a nice little slippy cover there. From a 4K perspective, it was shot on film, so it wasn't digitally shot, it was shot on film. So that's your first step. It's not very grainy, which is, I go with, a good thing for this type of film. If this film had been full of grain, it would have been a bit of a pain in the bum, but it's a very non-grainy movie. In comparison from watching it in 4K and watching it on Blu-ray and comparing the two, the 4K obviously is definitely better than the Blu-ray, as you would expect. I would not go as far as to say it's the most amazing, mind-blowing 4K I've ever seen. It's better than Batman Begins, not that that's hard. It's not the best looking 4K out of all of the Christopher Nolan 4Ks that I have. I wouldn't have said I would put it up there in my top 5 best looking Christopher Nolan 4Ks, but there's still the upgrade in there. The HDR really pops out those colours for you, so you still got that. There's loads and loads of picture detail in like clothes and like close-ups of people's faces and stuff like that. So you've still got good quality 4K there, but in comparison to some of Christopher Nolan's other 4K Blu-rays, I definitely wouldn't say it was the best looking, but it's still good to watch. So I don't hold that against it. Just because it's not an amazing, mind-blowing to look at 4K image doesn't mean it's a bad film. There are some films that you watch where the 4K ruins the film for you, and I just feel like I should be watching this in Blu-ray because the Blu-ray feels better than this. But I'd still say I would still pick the 4K disc over the Blu-ray disc for this. So if you do have the Prestige on Blu-ray and you're thinking, I quite fancy seeing what that's like in 4K, give it a go, because it's definitely worth looking at. I'm pretty sure I got this on offer, so it's quite exciting to get something like that on offer. Because a lot of Warner Brothers Christopher Nolan movies usually quite expensive. I mean, like 9 times out of 10 when you see the Dark Knight trilogy in 4K, those box sets go for like £60-70. I'm pretty sure when I got my Dark Knight trilogy box set, I got that on offer as well. It's always nice when you get stuff on offer, I think. But yeah, I mean, the Prestige in itself, it's fantastically acted. Michael Caine's great in most things I think I've seen him in. I always enjoy a good Michael Caine performance. Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman blow you away as well. I think the whole cast does a really good job when it comes to acting. It's beautifully directed, it looks amazing. So it's the Prestige for you. Definitely worth seeing if you haven't seen it. It will get you thinking, and it might confuse you a little bit if you don't pay attention. So make sure you pay attention. Alright. The Prestige. So that's my exciting video for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I definitely enjoyed watching The Prestige, and it was nice to watch it again, just so I could do this video, because I'm nice like that, aren't I? Yeah. So that's it for today. Be back on Friday for another book versus film. It'll be an interesting one on Friday actually, because it's probably a book and a film, neither of which you've heard of. So look forward to that. If you could like this video, that'd be great. If you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be great as well. Thank you very much for your support. I will see you again in my next video. Goodbye.